All right, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you as I always am every Sunday from 9 to 10 o'clock. Putting the spotlight on local regional artists doing their own original material. Lobo, good to see you.
Good to see you, Alan.
Back for 2 weeks in a row now.
I
She's
know,
been
right?
in and out a little bit, but mostly in.
Mostly.
We'll try to keep it that way as much as we can.
Well, for a little while.
And we have we know you're leaving for a Warped Tour month or so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we got you here now. And we got somebody that you know pretty well.
Yes, indeed.
Bill Orner, our special guest for the entire hour, the organizer of the Susquehanna Breakdown, which will be happening next weekend up at Montage Mountain. Bill, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man. Long time.
We've been we go back 15
plus, I would
at least
say,
15
for sure.
years or so. We've known each other going back to, I know I first met you when you were a member of one of my favorite groups, Mighty Fine Wine.
Yeah.
So
that's actually like 30 years ago, I think. Feels like it.
Well, we're going to talk. We'll play a little Mighty Fine Wine later in the show, out of respect. But we're going to play a lot of tunes from Cabinet tonight because this is really, they are the hosts of this event. Is that the accurate way to describe it? I know
Exactly.
I've seen it that way. Worded in websites.
No, that's the way it's been and the way it'll always be.
And this is the third.
This is the third breakdown, the fourth
event, because it started off as the old Farmers Ball.
Yep.
And then you changed the name for the second year.
Yeah. We had a slight issue with another event that was in the Carolinas, but
is that what you call it? Just change the name? I was wondering why. Okay.
Yeah, it was simply it was there was another event that we thought was kind of done, and I looked around and they had no dates, no kind of presence, and then of course as soon as we pulled the trigger, and we're a month out from the festival, they contacted us. But they were super cool, let us use it for the year. But I actually like this one better.
I like it too. I love the name Susquehanna Breakdown. Let's go back to that 4 years ago. Cabinet at the time, already one of the bigger bands in the region, if not the biggest band in the region. Already at that time, they're doing great numbers when they're playing places like the Jazz Cafe and so forth a couple times a year. Already they had built a regional touring base outside of Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, where they were going out and performing throughout the Northeast and even the country. And so you decided at some point right around then, hey, when we come home to do a show, we want it to be special. I'm assuming this is sort of where the logic came from. And so take me there. What the first Old Farmers Ball, what was the inspiration?
Well, I will say that we hadn't ever entertained the thought of being festival hosts, or myself and the team that I work with ever being producers or festival directors. But basically, the venue, the pavilion, and the office up there came to us and said, "Hey, would you be interested in something like this?" So this would have been
Jason
Resitar,
general manager of Montage Amphitheater. Great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Talked to him on the way here. But and then their sponsorship director, Tom Del Vecchio, was kind of the my main point of contact, because we worked with him. I think it was like one of my first shows. Tom, yeah. We did a Dave Matthews pre-thing. That was one of the first shows I ever worked with the guys. Anyway, so they came to us, asked if we'd be interested, and this was, I believe, directly related to obviously the local fan base and buzz, but to the band's performance at Peach.
Okay.
The very first Peach, they were the very first band to play, which we were honored to have that spot, and they liked the way we did our thing, and offered us the opportunity to host a small festival. And I mean, the original plan was to do it on what was the stage outside of the main gate, because we knew that we weren't going to fill. I mean, that venue that holds 17,528 if memory serves, but
and about 6,800 just under the tent alone.
75 plus or minus. So long story short is the weather was terrible, so we decided that we would move everything under the tent, because at that time we wanted to keep it small. Only had, I think it was like 5 or 6 bands, and then only had one stage. So we ultimately decided that we would move it inside, put all the vendors in the VIP boxes, and then have a DJ play in between the bands. And It went well. I mean,
It was cool. I was there.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, we had like a farmers market thing, and it was cool. But it has definitely grown since then. And it's funny that we, wouldn't have gone to the big stage. Like that was like a 3-year plan. But the weather dictated, and then we
pushed everything.
Yeah,
faster.
so and then you couldn't really go back to out there. So
Right.
Here we are. But
We'll talk about that. Let's talk about that evolution a little bit and how it's changed over the years. But that's a great story that Live Nation approached you because they liked the band.
Mhm.
That's basically the story, and that's a great story. Let's play one from Cabin. This one's called Old Farmer's Mill.
There's wind blowing high on the mountain. There's trees growing high on the hill. And I'm standing in the tall grass on the old farmer's mill. What's on this land that I labor? What's here? I waited until that old time box struck 4 o'clock on the old farmer's mill. Getting drunk behind the silo, drinking moonshine fresh from the still. I can't seem to find my way back to the old farmer's mill. There's blackbirds singing on the phone wire. There's wolves rearing to kill that old big buck who got stuck in the mud on the old farmer's mill. Yes! At the bottom of Old Nebo Swamp, you can always catch your fill. Hook a catfish, snag a muskie on the old farmer's mill. What's on this land that I labor? Split logs just for the thrill. I'm dreaming in the tall grass of the old farmer's mill. This wind blowing high on the mountain, this trees growing high on the hill. And I'm standing in the tall grass on the old farmer's mill, on the old farmer's mill, on the old farmer's mill, on the old farmer's mill.
Now my world's falling down, and it's plain to see that you're not around. And my bed has never been turned down till you are here.
Make no mistake, wouldn't have you any other way. Gonna give you all you can take, 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 take me away from here. On a bus ride with you by my side can make the voices go away. We're in overdrive, put your hand in mine. We're starting all over today. Now my world's falling down, and it's plain to see you never were around. And my bed is never turning down. You were never here. On a bus ride with you by my side can make the voices go away. We're in overdrive, put your hand in mine. We're starting all over today. Loud, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da 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 da. You were never here. La da da da. La da 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 da, la da da, la da 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 da, da da da, la da 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 da, da da da, la da 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 da, da da.
Tom Graham here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Bus Ride. Tom will be one of the artists performing at the Susquehanna Breakdown next Friday and Saturday at Montage Mountain Amphitheater. And before that, we heard Cabinet with a song called Old Farmer's Mill. We're hanging out with Bill Orner, who's one of the organizers of the event, and also the manager of Cabinet. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, Bill and I known each other from when he was the drummer with Mighty Fine Wine. That's how we first met. But Bill, talk to me a little bit about, I don't think I've ever asked you this before.
No.
When did you see something in Cabinet that made you want to be involved with them and not be a member of the band? I mean, when did you see these guys and what was it about them and when did it happen that you said, you know, I'd like to work with these guys. I'd like to manage this band.
I would say almost another situation where I was approached, but we had done Pappy's solo record, and you know, we had a bit of a meeting with the band, just saying, hey, you know, this is what we're going to do. And
Pappy's a member of Cabinet for those that aren't listening on the radio, and you had managed him through the recording of his
co-produced, and I
album.
played drums on it. And anyway, I felt it was necessary to inform the band, you know, that he was going to do this and make sure that we were all on the same page, because I believe we were going to have him open up a bunch of their shows, upcoming shows that they had. Anyway, they, I think I'm positive Pappy went to bat and said, hey, you know, I like the way he works. You know, we could use a hand with some of these things. And it basically started where I was going to do, marketing and PR, and after a couple of weeks, I had said to them, I was like, you guys need a manager.
Yeah, I mean, they were already starting to need a manager, touring all over the place.
Yeah, so it was fairly quickly that all that went down, and as far as what I saw in them was, I mean, they make it easy for me because it's a great band first and foremost. Mm-hmm. But they, from a managing standpoint, it's in the early stages rather. They had a built-in fan base in the northeastern Pennsylvania, southeast Pennsylvania, and started to grow into central. And then we really paid attention to how we were touring, and of course we still do, but just in what we like to call concentric circles of make sure that we're not there too often, but make sure you're there often enough. And
sure.
And it grew from there. But they had already had a base started. I mean, I believe they were a band for just over 3 years, because we're going into 10.
Right. I thought it was about 10 years. I think I did a story about them in 06.
We all started at the same time.
Yeah. It was basically, we're calling it fall of 06. Little teaser there, so look out for the 10-year anniversary fall tour to be announced very soon.
TBA.
I think you just did.
Yeah. Well, the dates.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
But I was with them. I think it started 08, so 09.
So you were in there 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah.
You liked and you loved them.
I do. I mean, they're family to me, and it's thick and thin kind of thing. We always we talk about a lot more than just music and the band and the business. Cool. And so like I said, lucky to have those folks.
Let's play another one from Cabinet. This one's called The Dove.
When my baby's gone, she often left me. She don't come around my house no more. She done her wrong, 'cause now she's gonna forget me. Wish she was still lying in my arms. You see, my heart burned when I first saw her. She could float across the room just like a dove. But when I opened up the window, I had lost her. She flew off a long way from a tired love. Yeah, my baby's gone, she often left me. She don't come around my house no more. Should've done her wrong, 'cause now she's gonna forget me. Wish she was still lying in my arms. When I was younger, I couldn't contain myself. She was finer than porcelain. But after 7 years, I began to retain myself. And now she's farther away from me than she has ever been. Yeah, my baby's gone, she often left me. She don't come around my house no more. Should've done her wrong, 'cause now she's gonna forget me. Wish she was still lying in my arms. I still keep with me a silver locket. Everywhere my 2 feet will go. And with her picture hidden in my pocket, I carry on quietly and slow. Now I live my days a walking shadow, colorblind from all the world. Yeah, my nights are growing sadder ever since the day I've been without the girl. My baby's gone, she often left me. She don't come around my house no more. Shouldn't have done her wrong, 'cause now she's gonna forget me. Wish she was still lying in my arms. My baby's gone, she often left me. She don't come around my house no more. Done her wrong, and now she's gonna forgive me. Last thing I saw was her hair slipping out the door.
Cabinet here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Two-Timer. And before that, Cabinet with a song called The Dove. They will be the hosts this weekend of the Susquehanna Breakdown at Montage Mountain Amphitheater. We're hanging out with Bill Orner here for the whole hour, who is the organizer of that event. He's been with it since the beginning 4 years ago, and he goes back with Cabinet, about 8 years now as their manager. Bill, let's get some details about the event. It's a 2-day event. It starts Friday. Mm-hmm. What time?
We're doing gates at 5 p.m.
Okay, so right after work Friday.
Yeah, right after work, and then music will start at 6 p.m. So the idea behind that is let's just get the party started as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And you will, if you're not familiar with the venue, you'll literally walk right by the stage that everybody's performing on that night, what we call the breakdown stage, and you won't miss any of it.
Right.
You'll go set up, and you'll be able to hear it from where you are, and then come back and a few drinks. Slice of pizza, a few laughs, maybe a burrito.
And then on Saturday, what time do things get rolling?
We do gates at 11 on Saturday for those that have the single-day pass.
Okay.
But obviously, if you're a camper, you'll already be there. So we started off with what is now a tradition since we've offered camping is the Pappy welcome set. And as you mentioned before, Pappy is a banjo player in Cabinet. So he'll do... his thing and kick it off, grab a cup of coffee and, kick off the day.
Get it rolling. And there's a couple of different prices here. I printed some things out from the website. A Saturday pass is $35. A 2-day pass is $75.
Mm-hmm. Which is very close to gone, actually.
Almost sold out.
Yeah, we're
There's
very
people
close.
hawking them online already,
Wow.
so.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I need names. What are your names? Like StubHub? Or?
No. Like people are like, oh, I have tickets, 2 VIP tickets, and da-da-da-da.
Oh.
And then a RV pass for camping is $135. And of course, if you want to get all the details, you can go to the website, which is susquehanabreakdown.com.
That's it.
So it's an easy one. Let's play another one from Cabinet here. This one's called Old Time Songs.
Late in the evening when you're going to bed, we start picking and filling our heads with that old time, with that old time. You're getting tired and you're going to sleep. We start picking, not counting our sheep. We got old time, we got that old time, and we're staying up all night playing old time songs. And I admit sometimes the picking goes a little too long, and we might sing just a little bit too loud, but we're pulling lightning right out of the ground with our old time, oh, oh, oh. We got them old time songs. You're getting weary and you're rubbing your eyes. We get to picking with all the little girlies and guys. We got old time, got that old time. And you're getting tired and you're hitting the hay. We pass around the guitar and go picking away on some old time, on that old time. And we're staying up all night playing old time songs. And no, never ever can a picking go too long. Now playing old time songs. songs.
This is dedicated to the young. May they stay foolish all their lives. Believe what they read, believing in love. This is dedicated to the young. Here's to the arrogant and naive. May they get all they want, but just not what they need. Believing in futures, free lunch and guarantees. Well, here's to the arrogant and naive. May they never see how bland they are. Make each cute boy a football star, a new cheerleader in every car. How they hope it never ends. Well, here's to stupid, sexy teenage girls. May they never develop self-esteem. Believe in approval is lying flat on their backs. Well, here's to stupid, sexy teenage girls. May they never ever realize they don't get more love with every guy. They screw to see their mothers cry, and I hope it never ends. Stoners see that the varsity white bread glitterati, who only like what's on MTV, will never live their dreams. Yeah. This is dedicated to the young, the ones that ain't cheap, the ones that have fun. May they be who they are when their big moment comes, and this is dedicated to the young. 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 May they never, ever end.
You gotta know what love is. You gotta know what love is. You gotta know what love is if you're gonna love someone. Well, you gotta know what love is. And you gotta know what love is. Well, you better know what love is if you're gonna love someone. Won't somebody roll a celebration so we can get back on track and start loving each other like my sister and brother, like my father and mother. You better love someone. Well, you better know what pain is. You Won't somebody roll a celebration? We can get back on track and start loving each other like my sister and brother, like my father and mother. You better love someone.
Cabinet here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Celebration. Before that, Mighty Fine Wine with a song called Dedicated. That's Bill's old band. We had to play that tonight, though. And before that, Old Time Songs of Cabinet. Let's go to that middle song for a minute. I know we're talking mostly about the festival here tonight and your work with Cabinet, but did you ever see the guys from Mighty Fine Wine? I know you travel a lot. You were just telling us off the air how much you're not here.
I do. I haven't seen Fudd in a little while, but I saw a couple of the guys. We did. It was an anniversary thing in April that we all got together and
saw that, yeah.
A few beers, a few laughs. So I got the team back together. But we actually had Jay come up and do. He had a set at the festival last year, and he also joined the band at the Sherman during this 2015's Halloween show up in Stroudsburg. So, I don't get to see them as much as I'd like to, but I'm hoping that I'll see everybody this weekend.
I did an interview with Fudd for the Electric City a couple months ago, and I asked him about that Mighty Fine Wine, and I asked him, do you ever listen to the records? And he said, yeah, I do. I like them. A good part of his life. Do you feel the same?
Absolutely. I don't listen to them as much as I used to. It's been a while, actually, but that particular record is, a lot of emotion in that one, obviously for us, but, definitely proud of what we did. I mean, the only thing I wish is maybe I didn't play so much on some of them, In hindsight, as a drummer, you got to play the drums, and you got a little too fancy a couple of those times, but... hindsight's 2020, but we're hoping. I got to get with the guys, but I definitely want to be able to offer that to people 10 plus years later. So we're thinking about doing some kind of release of all those. Again, I don't expect there to be throngs of people that would be interested in it, but I know there's some people that would like to be able to purchase that digitally.
Yeah, it's hard to find these days. I've got them all.
Yeah, occasionally I get somebody asking, but. We there's some of them that we still have in boxes, but
the CD release party that you guys did for that record at the theater next to the Bog, I know that's changed names a couple times.
Yeah,
over the
Leonard
years.
Now was the Moonshine.
It was Moonshine at the time. That was clearly easily one of the top 3 or 4 local musical events I'd ever seen. It was just
I appreciate that.
It was just a great night.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we a lot of work went into that, and that was probably one of the biggest events that I undertook with. Again, I never do it by myself. I may be running around and the one that most people talk to, but there's a team that is involved with everything I do. I would be crazier than I am now if I did it by myself.
But even going into it's kind of like the precedent for the radio, because you think big.
True. That's
a part of your motion, and that's cool. We need more people around here to think big. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, we're playing Montage,
It's funny, man. It was, when my first time driving to that backstage area, I was like, wow, wide-eyed, and holy cow.
Aerosmith was here. Eddie Van Halen was here. Yeah.
And I had a little bit of experience working as a stagehand up there for a couple of shows, so it wasn't completely foreign, but it was a really good feeling, getting that opportunity. And now I've driven that road and to that backstage 1,000 times, And it's still, pretty exciting to
Yeah,
have the
you think of
opportunity
some
to
of the
work up
people that
there.
have stood on that stage.
Sure.
Tom Petty.
Well,
you know,
Bowie,
Bowie,
Dylan. Yeah.
Dylan, Aerosmith. Yeah. big
Last
time.
year, Santana was there when we were at Peach.
Mhm.
That's true.
Morris Allman
Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Willie in every interview I do this week.
Yeah. Let's play another one from Cabin. This one's called Carry Me in a Bucket.
Daddy, he was a working man. It's just too bad he couldn't be around. Mama grabbed what she could, and they were good to all of us. So won't you carry me in a bucket now? Hold me high while I put this star on top this tree. Carry me in a bucket now. Lay my body down in a hollow tree and let me be part of everything. Part of everything. Part of everything. He was a working man. It's just too bad he couldn't be around. Mama grabbed what she could, and they were good to all of us. So won't you carry me in a bucket now? Hold me high while I put this star on top this tree. Carry me in a bucket now. Lay my body down in a hollow tree and let me be part of everything. Part of everything. Part of everything. Well, the jar was gone by the time the sun went down. Yeah, the jar was gone by the time the sun went down. When the jar is gone and the sun is down, what got lost won't ever be found. The jar was gone by the time the sun went down. Hell, I got drunk on wine and moonshine. Yeah, we got drunk on wine and moonshine. When we get drunk on wine and shine, we talk about the past and better times. I got drunk on wine and moonshine. Saturday night will bring Sunday morn. Saturday night brings Sunday morn. Saturday we're gonna raise a fire. Sunday morn we're gonna get too tired. Saturday night brings Sunday morn. Now if you don't go to work, then no one will. You don't go to work, mama tell me you will. If you don't get up and go to work, the whole damn town's gonna know your worth. If you don't go to work, then no one will. Well, the good old boy's gone, he ain't coming back. The good old boy's gone, he ain't coming back. That good old boy, he dead and gone, but that don't mean we won't sing his song. That good old boy's gone, he ain't coming back. I'm gonna ride the rail till the rail runs out of the track. Gonna ride the rail till the rail runs out of track. Gonna ride the rail on down the line just to ease a bit of this worry of mine. Gonna ride the rail till the rail runs out of track. Well, the jar was gone by the time the sun went down. The jar was gone by the time the sun went down. When the jar is gone and the sun is down, what got lost won't ever be found. The jar was gone by the time the sun went down. I said the jar was gone by the time the sun went down.
Cabinet here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Wine and Shine. And before that, Cabinet with a song called Carry Me in a Bucket. Of course, Cabinet headlining, hosting the Susquehanna Breakdown this Friday and Saturday at Montage Mountain. There are a couple of different ticket packages available, a Saturday ticket, a 2-day ticket, camping ticket, and it's all available on the website, susquehannabreakdown.com. Now, Lobo has been working with Cabinet for a couple months now, off and on, and you've done sound with them for about 10, 12 shows? What do you-
I'm their tour manager and their front of house, so I do what Bill used to do for them on the road, and I also do sound for them.
So you tour. What is, you're excited about this weekend. I know that you've been talking to me about it for a couple of weeks now. What is it you enjoy about working with a band of this caliber?
They are such great musicians. They're a really, really, really easy band to work with. I mean, in all aspects of working with them. There's always obstacles you face out on the road, and they're very, very, very adaptable, and they don't put up a lot of fuss about some of the problems we deal with.
Easygoing guys.
Yeah.
That probably helps a lot when you're on the road with a band.
It does, and they're super talented. So even on like a bad night in a tiny system, they still sound amazing because they're just that talented. So it's really neat to work with that caliber of musicians and have them be in our area.
Very cool. Very cool. And Bill, going into the fourth event this weekend, let's personalize this show a little bit. What are some of your favorite memories of the Susquehanna Breakdown? You've done 3 of them and you're excited about a fourth. What happens there that makes it special?
The specialness comes when you see people start to file in, and this is basically a year-round procedure. Planning starts basically the day the previous one is over. I had somebody asked me this question the other day, and I was like, I don't necessarily have any great memories because I run around a bit.
I know the feeling.
I could tell you what I remember about it, and it's not that they're not fond memories. But they're boring. It's like I remember, putting out this fire, or that fire, the other fire, and nobody knows that because we put them out before anybody sees anything.
Right.
But again, it's simple timing and logistical stuff, nothing major. Knock on wood. I'm just happy that when we get to the point where people are in, music is going, we're running on time, people are happy, and overall just enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reward
for a band that has its roots right here.
Yeah,
you're coming home. It's a homecoming show for quite a few of the guys.
Indeed, yeah. A couple of guys are out of the area now, but it's definitely a hometown show. And if you look at our schedule, we only do a handful of plays around here, and that's kind of on purpose.
Yeah.
Just so we can make every time a memory for everybody else.
Well, I had some great experiences with the guys. They played the Concert for a Cause, which was wonderful to have them at that event and on the album. They did the live music series when we were still down at the Woodlands. So I've worked with them myself a little bit, and always a great experience. Like Lobo said, good guys, easygoing guys, just happy to play music. So we're really looking forward to this Friday night, and congratulations on all the hard work you've done. It you've already said ticket sales have been solid, and some things
sure,
are almost sold out. Some of the
VIP
packages.
has sold out. We're super close
Who else is playing besides Cabinet that is of note? I know Twiddle's on the.
Yeah, and you'll run across these Lobo.
I get a lot of the
all these
Kovac
folks.
and all those guys. I'm mixing a bunch of the other bands besides Cabinet that
Railroad
day.
Earth. Looking at the schedule.
Railroad.
Here.
We have
Driftwood, Fruition, Swift Technique, the Graham Mazer duo. They're going to do some petty stuff, right?
Well,
Tom's doing some. Petty
Tom's going to do a VIP set, just all petty. Actually, he sent me the set list on my way here. But, like it was, Infamous String Dusters. We have, like you mentioned, Twiddle, Railroad, Earth. One of the really cool things is we're doing Cabinets. Has Larry Keel joining them for a Cabinet and Keel set on Friday night, which is that's going to be pretty wild. They've been back and forth, so it should be a good time.
Well, we look forward to it, and again, all those details can be found at SusquehannaBreakdown.com. Bill, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Let's
hope you have great weather, and that everything goes off without a hitch. Whether you run it, I'm sure that it will.
I appreciate it.
We'll leave everybody with another one from Cabinet. This one's a Tower. We'll catch you next week.
Well, I jumped off the tower 30 feet above the land, above the water. I let go of my hands and my feet till I touched the bottom of the body. Yeah, well, and then climb a ladder. It's kinda sad to think that this old place just never worked, but that's alright, 'cause now we got a place to hang for the summer. Yeah, well, yeah. slipping off the side. We got fishing poles on our backs, and our hats are on. Yeah, we're hung. Well, I jumped off the tower 30 feet above the land, above the water. I let go of my hands and my feet till I touched the bottom of the body. Yeah, we're home.